Hi YouTube, this is just a quick video just to show some of my better paintings that I do. I trained as a natural history illustrator. Um, I did an HND in natural history illustration and then topped it up to a degree in sort of general illustration. Um, and since then I've become an adult education tutor where I teach watercolour classes and acrylics and that kind of thing. So a lot of these paintings I do on mount board. Some of them are, quite big. Other ones are just on watercolor paper. But I'm really into kind of really unusual animals, scaly, like things like this pangolin, armadillos. I've got a pet armadillo, for example. Check out my other videos if you want to see him. And yeah, often I'll do a watercolor or an acrylic and then I'll airbrush the background to give a sort of out of focus effect. And that seems to work. It gives a sort of semi-photographic kind of look to it. Check out my other videos because I'm going to put another video up which has got sort of everything I've done really on it. Because I obviously with my students I paint a lot of landscapes and that kind of thing. So you can have a look at those and kind of still life and all that. It's basically lots of things that I think my students are going to want to paint. So it'll be literally anything I think of at the time. I'll find an image and we'll paint from it. So a lot of these images that I'm showing you, some are taken from photographs that I've taken myself, and then I've worked from the photograph. Some of them are from various books and things. I spent a year in Australia, so I love all those kinds of animals that you find out there. At the moment I'm doing a painting of a thorny devil, and when that's done I'm going to show what that was like step by step, and I'll do a video on that as well. So if you're into kind of art and especially natural history kind of illustration, where there's a little bit more detail added to the artwork, then definitely try and hit subscribe, because then anything that I do in the future I will post up and you'll be able to see it straight away. So I've done a lot of work for sort of conservation groups and that sort of thing. These cut to white kind of frogs and toads were done for a conservation group, for example. I've done other commissions like t-shirt designs for pet shops and that kind of thing. And I mean, I just love it. So I will paint, all the time. I'm always painting, and I just paint whatever I feel like painting at the time usually. Especially animals, because that's my kind of love. I keep a lot of exotic animals as pets. Or I suppose you wouldn't really call them pets. They're sort of breeding projects. So I breed a lot of reptiles and amphibians and small mammals and unusual kind of invertebrates. And I'll be posting a lot of videos of those as well on YouTube. And also what I'm going to try and do is a lot of kind of step-by-step kind of, I suppose they could be considered tutorials of my work. I'll either get a better camera or I'll try and make do with some of the photos that I've taken of various stages throughout paintings. And what I'm going to try and do in future is set up a video camera so I can do kind of videos of the whole process from start to finish of a painting, and that will help as well. But for the time being, this video is really just to give you a taste of the sort of the paintings that I do that take more time, I guess you would say. They're quite fiddly. There's a lot of hours in this lot. Some of the paintings that I do with my students, obviously they're just 2-hour paintings, or 4-hour paintings if we do it over 2 weeks in a class. Whereas some of the paintings that you've just seen, like the cat painting at the very beginning of this video, for example, took me several months to do, and is on a full-size sheet of mount board. So it's quite a large painting. Anything that involves lots of scales or lots of fur takes me a long time to do, but it's worth it at the end, and the satisfaction you get of putting the last finishing touches on, there's nothing really quite like that. So yeah, if you like this kind of thing, hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, YouTube.